Hey, this is Jay from Gizmochi, and you're watching CMS TV. Oh, fuck yeah!
It is your classic metal show right here on the classicmetalshow.com. Kicking off the show tonight, we heard Benedictum from their Obey release with the title track featuring the lovely V on lead vocal. And we just heard Cleveland band Breaker with Get Tough, and a guy who will get tough with you in the chat room if you get out of line, my good friend and partner, Chris Aiken. What's going on there, Chris?
What is up, man? How's it going?
Well, it is the week before the big day of the year, the Christmas holiday.
Yeah, the birth of Neeley and Christ.
Yeah, basically, yeah. In that order.
In that order, exactly.
Yeah, here we are coming up on Christmas again.
Yes.
Wow. And I want to send out a birthday wish today to the lovely V. It is her birthday today.
Was she 25, 26?
Yeah, 26, I believe.
Wow.
I believe, yeah. Yeah, I fielded a very, very, very brief phone call from the V after 5 years yesterday. And she asked me to give her a call today, which I did. And then, of course, she never answered her phone.
Of course. Sounds like Veronica.
Well, yeah, so I basically told her yesterday, she goes, oh, I got so much to tell you. We got so much to catch up on. I got to fill you all in. Give me a call tomorrow. And I said, okay, I'll give you a call. I said, but answer your goddamn phone. I'll answer the phone. I'll answer the phone. So I called her today. Guess what? Voicemail.
Yeah, no answer.
Exactly. I didn't expect her to answer the phone. I really didn't.
No, of course not.
And she did not fail me.
Yeah, well, there you go. She lived up to expectation.
Exactly. So regardless of that or not, happy birthday, V.
Yeah. Congrats on making it this far.
Exactly. So well, here we are again. And I'm in pretty good spirits, I think. I had a pretty good run yesterday and today, as a matter of fact.
That's cool.
I took the day off yesterday and I went and hung out with our friends Erik Ferentinos and Stephen Pearcy last night.
Very fun.
And boy, I tell you what, the ride over there where they were playing, it's right about 100 miles from my house.
Okay.
Took me over 3 hours to get out there.
Why?
Traffic.
Oh, really?
Traffic was just terrible. I thought, I'm going to leave the house about 2:00. Traffic probably will kick in by 4. I should be there by 4.
Right.
Didn't get there till like 5:15.
Wow. That's
I was just like, holy shit, what is going on here? It wasn't accidents, wasn't the weather, it wasn't anything. It was just wall to wall, back to back, a lot of truck traffic out there on the interstates. It's just unbelievable the volume of traffic that I ran into yesterday. Everywhere I went, from the Northwest Indiana corridor through the Chicagoland area, even way out to the Northwest suburbs, and it was just back to back and traffic everywhere.
Wow, that's nuts.
So the economy must be good. Everybody's out there burning fossil fuels. They're burning fossil fuels as quick as they can make it.
Yeah, well, if you think that's the sign that the economy is good, wow, you have a different set of glasses than I'm wearing.
I have a skewed sense of what makes this economy go, and it is that all powerful petrol that we like to burn.
Yes, well, we do like to burn it.
Yes, and we do, and we should.
Mm-hmm.
So,
yeah.
But so I had the opportunity to go out and hang out with your show partner, Erik, and of course Stephen. Oh God, that's great, Pearcy, and get to see some old friends. And then on my way back today, I hung out at the hotel because they didn't fly out till like 5:00 this afternoon.
Okay.
So they were able to get a late checkout at the hotel. So Erik and I just kind of kicked it together. We went out and had some breakfast this morning and just caught up on everything and shot the shit and got the latest and greatest in gossip. And yep, there we are. There's me and Stephen and me and Erik.
There you go.
Hanging out. So yeah, it was a little venue up in McHenry, which is a northwest suburb, I guess, of Chicago, and it's pretty close to the Wisconsin border. And it's a little theater. It's called the Vixen Theater. I guess it's a converted movie theater.
Sure.
And they turned it into a music venue, and it probably holds. Well, I'm gonna guess maybe 500 people.
Okay.
That's just a guess. It had a balcony area, and then the main floor, and so on and so forth. So I would say that probably about 500 people.
All right.
And I would say that maybe I'm gonna guess maybe 350 last night.
Okay.
I don't know how early they announced the show, because hell, I didn't even realize they were playing this until a week ago.
Sure.
I didn't see it advertised anywhere or hear about it, and then I just happened to look on Stephen Pearcy's page and saw the date, and so I hit Erik up. I said, "Hey, are you playing in McHenry next week?" And he goes, "Yeah." "Are you coming out?" It's like, geez, why did you tell me? I would have had I not looked, I would have never known they were coming.
Sure.
But it was a fun time hanging out, and the fans are the fans, and we just shot the shit. Pearcy is a nut, man.
Yeah.
I mean, he is just so funny, because from the minute I saw him in the lobby, because I rode over with them in the van over to the venue.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he's just pacing around and shucking around, and just
yeah,
getting all pumped, and
right.
he's just nonstop moving around, just getting all amped up.
Sure.
The whole time. Same thing when we got to the venue. He's pacing around, and I can't even explain it. It's just,
you think it's because he's clean now and he's fidgety?
I don't know. I don't know if it's just his way of getting prepped for the show. Just sort of like, yeah, let's get pumped. Yeah, fuck yeah, because he kept everyone in the room, he'd just make his way around there, and yeah, he goes, "Fucking A, Neeley, fucking A, man. It's good to have you out here," and then same way with Erik. "Come on, brother, let's do it, and he's just, he's like the biggest cheerleader,
Right. What are those guys doing? Do they just go, yeah, or do they just like,
of course,
whatever?
Of course, they were just, yeah, Steven, let's do this, man. It's like, fuck yeah, man, fuck yeah, just the whole time, just hysterical.
That's funny.
Yeah. So yeah, just chit chatting and stuff, and he's always asking questions, just. Yeah. So where do you live, dude? Where do you live? Well, what brings you out here? You got buds coming out tonight. Where are they? Are they coming out? Did you bring some people with you? No, it's just me, Steven.
Yeah. I didn't load up the bus.
He's just funny, but yeah, it's their first show that they've done in, I guess, a couple of months.
Yeah, that's what Erik was saying at the other day.
So, they were all kind of nervous that they were a little rusty and maybe wouldn't have it together. Or, they didn't get good rehearsal time together, even though they did sound check, and they were just concerned that they, because what they did update their set list a little bit.
Okay.
So they threw in, and we'll probably cover it unless you want to cover it in this section.
We can do it right now. It's fine.
Yeah. They threw in an arcade song.
Okay, very good.
And from what I understand, they didn't do anything from like his solo records at all. They did mostly Rat and arcade, and and I guess the whole idea is as with a lot of these legacy artists, they're doing all the MTV hits.
Okay.
So of course the casual Rat fan at least knows most of these.
Right.
So he didn't throw in anything from, View to a Thrill or Smash or anything like that. It was the arcade song Nothing to Lose, which obviously had an MTV video, and then all the rap songs that had MTV videos. And you can't go to see Stephen Pearcy without the classics, Back for More and Round and Round. Of course you got to hear that. And
right.
But it was all rat hits, and then with the arcade thrown in.
Well, that sounds fun.
Yeah, so I took a couple of short videos, just like about minute and a half, 2 minutes worth of each, about 3 songs, just to see what it is. And he's what, Steven's 66, I think.
Yeah, and
he's still pacing around the stage and trying to engage the audience and getting people involved. And so he's still quite the showman.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's all he's done for his whole entire life.
So he's just not. I don't think he's ready to give it up anytime soon.
He's a drop dead on stage guy, isn't he?
Yeah, I think so. I think so. But he's still lean and mean though. He's just as lean and skinny as can be.
I was gonna say, it doesn't look like he eats much. Jesus.
No, it's not at all. But as you can see in the photo there, he's all decked out in all of his heavy metal gear.
Yeah, it looks like he just woke up though. Look at that. What's up with the hair?
He probably did. Yeah, he's looking a little raggedy in the picture.
Yeah. Did he get it together by the show, or did he just say, fuck it?
No, he was just he just got out there, and by the time he got on stage and started sweating and stuff and running his hands through his hair, he was just a mess anyway. So
he's just like, fuck, who cares? Nobody's gonna care.
Right. We'll go ahead and pull up 1 or 2 of them songs, and we'll check out little Steven from last night.
All right. Well, I don't have them labeled as far as what song they are, but I just have them as 1, 2, and 3. So here's number 1.
All right.
Good evening, everybody. You guys ready to party tonight? Let's take a ride, slip and slide.
Push the wrong button, but that's all right. I'll come back to that in a second. Who's that playing bass?
That would be Troy. He was in Steven's original Rat Bastard lineup from like back in 2000.
Okay.
So what it is that he had what's his name?
Robbie Crane.
Well, Robbie Crane is the quote unquote the regular guy.
Okay.
But Robbie is also playing with not Stephen Pearcy, but Lynch Mob periodically.
Okay.
And then he fills in for Warrant as well.
Oh, jeez.
So when he's out working, it just depends on who's doing what where.
Right.
And I guess whoever has the higher paying gig at the time or something. So, Robbie was busy for this gig. And then what was the guy's name that from Danzig they had just for a short time, I guess.
Jerry Montano.
Yeah. He didn't work out. He just was not the fit for Stephen Pearcy Band,
Sure.
Erik was telling me that nice guy, I met him briefly when Stephen was filming his documentary a couple Januaries ago.
Mm-hmm.
And he just wasn't really a good fit because he always wanted to play the really low bass lines, kind of like the dirgy Danzig stuff.
Sure.
And he just couldn't quite, he wasn't a good fit. Let's just put it that way. It's
He didn't bring the sunshine. He brought the gloom and doom to happy music.
more or less, yeah, he just wasn't the right guy.
Right.
And so and then with Robbie doing other things, Steven needs another backup guy. And so Troy from like I said, he played with Steven's solo band. I actually met him. Remember when the infamous Stephen Pearcy is like, is this like a real radio station?
Yeah.
Well, that was then.
Oh, okay.
I met him then. He was in
Right.
Steven's band, solo band for a couple of years.
Okay.
And then then Steven had other people playing, but I guess it's just a revolving door of his rat bastards. That's why they're the rat bastards, because
Right.
they just sort of hop on the ship and play when Steven needs somebody to play, and I guess obviously Steven's constant is Erik.
Okay. Yeah. Because Eric's been there for goddamn forever now.
And then on the other guitar is Johnny Monaco, who has been around with Enough's Enough, and he played in LA Guns for like 10 minutes. And
right.
He's another guy who's sort of is always joining a band or filling in or being a part of some splinter group.
Sure.
But that's where he's at right now. But yeah, Troy lives in Omaha, Nebraska, and he drove in from Omaha to do this.
Jeez, that's a hike.
That's about a 7-hour ride. Yeah,
that's a good hike. Wow.
Yeah, so he drove in just to do the gig, and then he took off this morning because he had some other gig he was doing tonight with somebody else.
Jesus, I could never be a musician.
Yeah, these guys are dedicated.
I guess. Fuck that. All right, well, here's some more of that Pearcy. Here we go. Kind of funny to me seeing Erik being all serious that he's performing because he's such a goofball when we do caps.
Yeah, and the other thing is about this. I don't know if you see Steven, but he's like trying to. He's got his head down, and he said there were no stage monitors at all. He says he could not hear himself at all.
Well,
So he kept yelling out at the audience. He goes, "Can you guys hear me?" Because he got off the stage. He goes, I had no stage monitors at all, none. And you'll see he goes over to the monitor guy a couple of times and gets down there and is trying to tell him because he can't hear himself. So you'll see him over there by the drums trying to see if he's got any monitors over there, and he's trying to listen. He goes, I can't hear a goddamn thing. So the problem with new venues, and they're trying to get the right people to do the sound, and
Sure.
when you don't travel with your own sound guy, this is what you deal with.
Yeah, bullshit.
Yeah,
that's funny. Ugh. All right, well, here's Pearcy number 2. I don't know what this is either, but here it is. Check it out.
Hey, what the fuck? Alright, it's a dirty job, right? It's a dirty job.
go.
It's a little loving you's a dirty job.
And he's the one to do it, apparently.
Exactly. And then the last clip I got there is the arcade tune with Nothing to Lose, which I was glad that they played that because I haven't heard that live in a long time.
Yeah, I don't think I've heard it live since arcade. Jeez.
Yeah, so they decide to throw that in, and this is actually the first time that they're playing this. You'll hear Stephen go, are we ready? Are we going to do this thing? Okay, because they didn't know how it was going to go off.
Right. All right, let's check it out. Here we go.
All right, man, let's go. What do we got here? Little fucking arcade, right? I'm gonna try this. Ready? Yeah, man.
Man, it's pretty obvious he's comfortable with Erik, and that's about it. He doesn't go to the other guys at all.
Well, again, he and Erik have been doing this, together for 20 years.
Yeah. The chat room wants to know who's playing drums. I said I thought it was Brent Woods, but I wasn't sure.
No, it's Scott Coogan.
Scott Coogan? Okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I should know that. I'm sure Erik has said it in the last 3 weeks 40 times, and I just don't pay attention.
Yeah, I shot you over an email when I first met Erik. Erik was just started playing with Stephen, and they were on the VH1 Voices of Metal tour or something like that. And this was like 2000. I want to say it was like 2003, maybe.
Okay,
somewhere around there.
Give me a sec.
So Erik's been with Stephen about 21 years now.
Jeez.
I think he said he joined in like 2001.
That is a long minute. Man, he's been, how has he been with them that long? How old are we? Jesus fucking Christ. Dude, tell me you don't hate that when you see this kind of shit. Everything now is like, oh, well, we met this guy in 26 years ago or what. It's like, wait a minute. I just met this fucking dude.
Yeah.
Doesn't it seem like it, like you're doing that more and more and more and more these days? It does to me.
Yeah.
It just gets, it's getting frustrating that nothing's like, hey, I met him 2 years ago. 2 years ago. What is that?
Yeah, this was a picture when I first met Erik, and I threw him a CMS shirt, and he wore it in this picture.
Let's see. It's loading.
And Stephen looks so much younger, and Dawn looks so much younger, and there's Erik over at the far left.
Yeah. Reb's wearing a formerly white t-shirt.
Yeah. There's Bill Leverty and CJ Snar.
Look at that.
And Kip Winger.
I got a bit. CJ looks exactly the same. CJ, you can't tell if that was taken yesterday or fucking 25 years ago. Jeez,
Yeah.
oh man.
Yeah, no shit.
That's awesome.
So there you are.
Yep. Look at that.
That's the tour that Janie Lane was on, and he had to ride the roadie bus. Remember that?
Yes.
And then he got booted off the tour because he wouldn't show up to the gigs and stuff, and they had to go find him, and they found him at a strip club all yacked out of his mind.
Imagine that, Janie. Hammered.
But yeah, there's the young Erik on the far left with the CMS swag on.
He kind of looks the same, really, too.
Yeah, he did a little bigger mohawk than he currently has.
Yeah, but other than that, and that just might just be hair loss. Old fuck Erik is. He's getting old too. He just turned 50 like last week or something.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, we were talking about that. We went out and had some dinner last night. We were shooting the shit, and I was asking him about how his health was, and
sure.
And he gave me the whole rundown about his lifestyle prior to the heart attack back in the summer.
Mm-hmm.
And he said, "Oh yeah, dude, I was like a heavy smoker, and my favorite food to eat was like chicken fried steak, and
yeah."
And he goes, I would just eat this and I would eat that, and I didn't give two shits about, I didn't even think about it, and then I got that heart attack and got the stents put in, and now he goes, I had gotten a checkup, and now I'm getting like clogged arteries up in here, and it's like, dude," he goes, "I'm trying to eat better," and it's like, yeah, I hope so.
Yeah, he's having a cottage cheese on a cracker for dinner.
He had a hamburger last night. Okay. I had a Cobb salad. He had a hamburger.
Guess he liked passing out in Ohio.
So yeah, it was a good time hanging with the boys last night and seeing Stephen, and of course hanging with Erik. And Erik and I went out to breakfast this morning.
Sure.
And we went to some place there not far from the hotel, and their specialty is breakfast and brunch. They like open at 7 and close at 2.
Right.
And we there were some fans who were at the show, and they recognized us from the show last night, and they picked up our breakfast tab and everything.
Nice.
And then of course we were just trying to get up and leave, go back to the hotel, and people started lining up to take pictures at this restaurant.
With
No, it was just me and Erik.
Oh, nice.
Can I get a picture? It's like, okay.
That's what you should have said. Yeah, $12.
Yeah. So yeah, they picked up our tab, and people were taking pictures and stuff. And it's like, okay,
nice.
Let's do this thing.
You're probably on half a thousand fucking Facebook profiles now. You who doesn't want to be on Facebook at all, your picture's probably you hugging this fan or that fan on
yeah, pretty much
hundreds of these fucking Facebook profiles.
Yeah. I'm glad to see Kevin Smith is a fan of our show. I'm a fan of his movies.
Oh yeah, I'm sure it's the same guy.
It is. It's Kevin Smith.
I'll bet.
I'm gonna make a trip over to Red Bank, New Jersey, and go to the Secret Stash.
There you go. Well, I know this guy is a fan of everything I do, because good Lord, he posts on, he's not kidding when he's saying he's going to post on all platforms, also known as platforms.
All the platforms?
All the platforms. He posts on everything. Anytime Chris Aker presents or to me or anything, he's right there posted 16 comments on each. So,
well, look at that. He's your new publicist.
Yeah, might as well. Hey, good. I need one. And he works for the right price, free.
Well, speaking of publicists, I want to thank our good friend Chip Ruggieri, Chipster PR, for reaching out to Chris and I yesterday and threw us a little bone. Not that Chris cares about it, but I thought it was pretty cool.
I thought it was cool. I didn't think it wasn't cool.
Well, I know that you don't care about that stuff, though.
I don't, but it was still nice of him to think of us. I mean, that was pretty cool.
So yeah, without any foresight or prompting or whatever, Chip through both Chris and I the new dock and box set with the 4 LPs.
Yeah. That was it completely. I did not see it come. Just like when he sent me the Soulfly one too. I didn't see it coming. He just up and said, "Hey, what did he say yesterday? Which format do you want?"
There you go. You want the CDs or you want the albums? I'm saying I'll gladly take the album, sir.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Me too.
Yeah. So thank you, Chip, for being very cool and thinking of Chris and I.
That's right. I appreciate it, and I'm sure you fans will appreciate it eventually, because eventually I'll give it away on the show to somebody in the chat room.
Yeah. I think you and I were talking about a plan that if we get to 100 subscribers, you might do something like give it to the 100th subscriber.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. I need to start doing giveaways in the chat for the people that are paying the bills, since we're getting filthy fucking rich off of the VIP. I need to start getting, and I've got a bunch of books just laying around all over the place here. I got my books. What do I got here? Hitman, the Scott Dietschy book.
Oh, how about that?
I've got, what is this one? The ABCs of Metallica sitting around here. I got a couple of mine. What is this one? Iron Maiden, Where Eagles Dare. Up there is the Rob Halford book and another Scott Dietschy book and the KK Downing book. I got a bunch of books just laying around. Looking for owners.
Looking for new homes.
Yeah. Well, looking for people that'll read them. I mean, I read them enough to do the interviews, but that's, that doesn't last very long.
Yeah. And you don't highlight in black marker.
No, please. When I say that I read enough to do an interview, it's usually I open, read a page or two, and then I go and do it again. Read another page or two. All right, I'm prepped.
You gotta get a smattering and a sampling.
Yeah, I am Cliff Notes Chris.
There you are. So
no John Phillips, no free water today, but nice callback. Nice callback.
Nice. And then on my way back today, after I saw the guys off to the airport in their shuttle van, I swung through the great city of Chicago and met up with your friend and mine, Sal, in the chat room.
Yeah, only he believes it's not my friend and his.
And he treated me to birthday lunch, being it's my birthday next week.
I thought he was treating you to that next week. No,
it's plans are canceled this year.
Oh,
for various reasons. But since I was, coming through the city area anyway, I diverted off and went to Sal's neighborhood.
Okay.
And, met up with Sal, and we went to one of his favorite joints over there at the Benchmark, and hoisted a few Jack and Cokes and some breakfast or some brunch food, I guess.
All right. I'm looking. I don't see any bullet holes, so I take it went okay.
That went fine. I didn't see any carnage going on, at least in Sal's part of the world.
Nice. Good.
He lives in an upper scale white area.
That doesn't mean the bullets can't fly.
That is true. So we hung out for a couple hours this afternoon and just shot the shit. And Sal put his interview hat on today and decided he wanted to do a formal interview with me.
So Neeley, when exactly did you first hear a Dawkins song?
No, yeah, he sort of started in with that thing, sort of like that. I wanted to know how I got involved and how what we do has developed over the years, and
right.
what my favorite interview I've ever conducted was, and things like that. So
holy Natalie interview, Jesus. Did he lead with "What's It Like" a few times?
Yeah,
do talk with a microphone.
Exactly. So it was good catching up with Sal, and then I came home and racked out for a couple of hours, and here we are.
Thanks for checking out this episode of The Classic Metal Show. Get all of our episodes uncensored at www.theclassicmetalshow.com. Join us weekly from 9 p.m. till 3 a.m. Eastern at www.cmsradio.net. Participate in the live chat room at www.chatandkill.com. Once again, thank you for checking out The Classic Metal Show with Neeley and Chris. Hail and kill, fuck you, pal, and hand job!
Audio Base Studios is your one-stop shop for all your recording needs. Whether you're a musical artist, podcaster, want to record an audiobook, or have any other audio or video needs, they can all be met at Audio Bay Studios. Recording is available 24/7 to accommodate your time requirements. Audio Bay Studios is conveniently located at 605 Clague Parkway in Bay Village, Ohio. Visit us online at www.audiobasestudios.com or call us today at 440-539-1150.